Jay Paris.
Yeah.
You're on the song.
I am on the song.
Frozen.
Frozen.
Featuring Jay Paris.
One and only.
What do you remember about it?
It was cold. Very cold, very cold. No, it was actually pretty dope. I gotta say, like, this is one of the longest songs in the album, right? It was like a year in the making.
Yes.
Over a year in the
It's
making.
like the oldest, second oldest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was recording No Second Chances at the time.
Yeah.
And had to be, yeah, because it was in the winter.
Yeah.
And then you sent me the instrumental. Back then you were.
I sent you the hook.
You sent me the hook.
Yeah.
And the instrumental on it, and this was all NFL, and you're doing some crazy stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not NFL,
Not
in
NFL.
Audacity.
Audacity.
It's crazy.
I was using Audacity
Yeah.
back then.
Back then I had my little Rode mic,
Yeah.
Rode NT USB. You know, like it had a little stand. I'd like record on my desk,
Mm-hmm.
and we had the Zoom session too.
We did.
Because you were like, oh, can I be there while you record the verse?
Yeah.
So you sent me that, and then you and Clado hopped on
Yeah.
a Zoom call.
Yeah. And we just watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I first sent you the hook,
Yeah.
you were really hyping me up about it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I especially liked, you messed around with the instrumental too, because you like made
Yes.
it like speed up.
Speed
That
up,
was
slow
cool.
down.
Yeah, nah, it was really cool. I loved the idea. And I was like, yo, like, it would be dope for this song to like have like this sort of message of like, kind of like putting all aside the regular stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
money, jewelry, girl, like all that girls, all that stuff, and just like be one with yourself, you know.
Exactly.
And, I just vibed out with the song. I love the energy,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
So I gotta be honest, this is my favorite song on the album.
Really.
Yeah. Absolutely. I've been listening to it so much. And like my favorite part is the very end when both of us are in that.
Yeah.
Because like I think that's, you know, that I feel like having a feature on a song, you know, some people just do their verse and dip. You didn't do that. You did your verse and you stayed around.
Yeah,
which
no,
I love.
yeah.
I love that.
It's kind of like that friend that doesn't like that overstays their welcome, doesn't leave. It's like, all right, bro, I'm going to bed.
Right.
See you around.
Right.
Oh no, I'll just chill on the couch, bro.
I want you to sleep.
Yeah, you wake up the next day, he's still there.
Yeah.
But no, I wanted to hop on and stay on, you know, kind
Mm-hmm.
of still have some impact.
Yeah.
I thought that part was dope, and I was like, yo, maybe I could like add some extra stuff.
It's so good. It came out
into
so good.
into the end.
Yeah.
And yeah, like there was some Travis inspiration I heard, and I was like,
Definitely.
yo, like let me like try to like figure out how I can make this like sound just extremely large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. We were going for that like
Yeah.
large, meditative, like just vibe type of track.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about your verse too is how like you incorporate the stuff that I'm saying, but like in your own way.
Oh yeah.
I really like that. I
Yeah.
like the writing on your verse a lot. It's
I
really
appreciate
well.
it. Yeah, like sometimes when I'm doing features, like I love like just bouncing out the person
Mhm.
that I'm featuring. So just like it just feels like, bam, took the half of his last words and
Yeah.
hopped in like.
Exactly.
It's kind of like it's not really like it's kind of like remember in I forget the name of the song with J. Cole and Lil Baby.
Pride is the Devil.
Pride is the Devil, man.
Yes.
Like that was crazy. Like
I love that.
so like yeah, I just love doing that.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, and like you really got the energy too. I feel like you were really vibing with what I had to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah. I guess just like a general question I want to ask you and myself. Like what lyrics from that or like what sort of message do you think? Like is there anything specific that stood out to you or that you want to like elaborate on?
I don't know. Let me check. Let me get my phone and
Yeah,
see.
yeah, let's get it.
For me, I'm like follow the current and waving the emotions.
Mhm.
Like I'm just like just get lost in like the element that you're in right now, like whatever you're feeling when you're making this song.
Exactly.
And it's like it like part of it I go like just deeper when I'm like, oh, like sometimes like I think too much when I'm lonely, right? Like I'm trapped in my head, trapped in my thoughts, trapped in my mind, it's only me. But at the same time, right, like being trapped in your head, like following your emotions is like a two-sided
Coin.
it's a two-sided coin, because like there are times where you're trapped in your head and you're having like horrible thoughts, right? Like, you know, like you're like in this song you're like, okay, I want to be like just thinking about my emotions, right? But the emotions could be two-sided.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trapped in my head with like negative thoughts, right? But I don't want to lose the grip that I have onto reality.
Right.
So now it's the other point of view.
Right, you're
And
trying to
then I
get
was like,
back to
exactly.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I used to be so damn corrosive. Like as a person, I just felt like in the past I was like toxic, like corrosive. That's like
Right.
literally what I meant.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to see bigger quotients. Like like it's like mind over matter,
Uh-huh.
And that's an equation. If you put mind over matter, what does it equal?
Oh man.
So so like I don't know. I was just really feeling it, and I
Right.
was just like trying to write stuff that like just really establish like, yo, right now, like I'm not trying to think about those thoughts, like
Right.
negative thoughts. I'm trying to get like trapped in my head and like ignore the rest of the world and like everything that's going on, but like also like vibe out with that in a positive light. So yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. For me, when I wrote the hook, I remember it was snowing, and I was sitting outside at the front of my neighborhood, and just sitting by the road, watching cars go by, and just thinking like, what are they thinking I'm doing? Because I was just sitting there on my phone, like typing lyrics out. And you hear that in the hook. I say like, cars going by, I don't know them.
Yeah.
That's literally what I'm talking about. Like, I'm just in my head at that point, feeling like I'm like not engaged in the world at all, but like there's just this stuff going on around me, these cars and stuff. And so that was when I wrote the hook. And then like the verse I did after that, like still sort of in that vibe, but no longer like outside while it was snowing. But like the idea is like, I mentioned like frozen in time for the moment, which is like kind of a paradox. Because if you're frozen in time, then like okay, frozen in time for the moment, like you're stuck there for an unspecified amount of time, even if it's just a moment, right? Then I start the verse with frozen in time for eternity. Because if you're frozen in time, doesn't matter how long it is, it's eternity, right?
Yeah.
So that's the energy I'm going off of there. Just like vibing, meditating, like ascending, And also I just have like dreams of my future in this too, with my girl.
Many songs about her throughout the project.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
great.
I think the main two are Frozen and Moonrise.
Yeah.
I feel like there are probably references to her elsewhere though.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. She's got a couple tracks on the end there.
Oh, really? She's featured too?
No. Maybe next album though.
Yeah.
I could get her to ad-lib or something.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
Where can they find me, bro? Where can they find you? Hopefully they'll be able to find me wherever they find you. Because DG, the G stands for GOAT, and the D stands for I already did it.
All right. Thanks for listening. Peace.